Can we talk for a minute about our assumptions of people, specifically homeless people? And I don't know. I hear the term unhoused recently a lot. I don't know if it's whatever the correct terminology is. I've always said homeless. I don't know if there's a negative connotation with that or not anymore, but regardless, let's just have this conversation. When people see a homeless person, an unhoused person, certain assumptions come to mind, right? They're a bum, they're lazy, they're stupid, they made poor decisions, their life crumbled around them, and and we look at them negatively. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is first, you should not assume that everybody who's unhoused, homeless, whatever the term is, you shouldn't assume that they're out there because of the circumstances that were presented to them. Some people are out there by choice. Tom, how could you possibly be serious? Nobody would want to live outdoors with no house and no running water and no this and no that on purpose. I did for 4 years. I lived in a two-person tent from the spring of 92 until August of 95. Not quite 4 years, but 4-ish years. By choice. I hitchhiked back and forth across this country with a big hiking framed out. You've seen those big framed out hiking backpacks. Everything I owned was in that backpack, and my two-person tent folded up, and I bungeed it onto the outside of my backpack, and me and everything I owned went wherever the fuck I felt like going that particular day. Threw my thumb in the air, and wherever that day took me, that's where I landed. And I would sleep on sidewalks, in parks, occasionally in the backyard of somebody who was a little bit friendly. A lot of the times, as you're walking down the highway, you were just looking for a billboard that was lit up enough that you could pop your tent somewhere close to it and have some light. So that's the first thing I would say. Don't assume everybody that's outdoors is there because life fell apart for them. But also, don't assume that these people are less than. One of the things that I loved about the movie Forrest Gump was the scene at the end where Jenny is lying in bed and he's telling Jenny about all of these experiences that he had over the course of his lifetime, and the incredible skies that he would see when he was in Vietnam, and when he was running across the country, all of these wonderful images. The reason why I like that scene the most is because up until that point in time, I, like so many other people watching that movie, assumed that this was just an idiot who got lucky throughout the course of his life. And now here he is describing all of these things that people take for granted, right? He's describing when he was running how the beauty of the mountains reflecting off of the lakes was something that was just breathtaking and to behold, and the images and the beauty of nature that he saw when he was shrimping on the bayou was that simple mind saw the world for what it is in a way that all of these sophisticated, educated people in the world don't ever stop to think about. So I really loved that part of the movie because it shows you that people aren't who you think they are on the surface all the time. And that includes homeless people. I'm going to show you a video clip here in just a minute. And it's just a simple little video clip. But in my world, it shows me how in tune with nature people who live outdoors can be. How much people who live outdoors can respect the type of animals that the rest of society views as a nuisance. And it reveals, in my opinion, how people should be living in connection with the earth that they came from and the other animals that inhabit this earth with them. I know that you guys are going to be like, this some tree hugger level bullshit, but it's how I feel, man. You think about that scene in Forrest Gump, you think about the things I told you about my own personal choices, and then you watch this very odd, short little clip that you would just dismiss as being weird having some kind of mythical magic to it, that's some weird ass shit. No, this shows that when you connect with the other species that we share this planet with, you can have a connection that the people who are walking past people like this guy don't ever think about and will never have. Here's the glove.